are we supposed to start the podcast?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Right out of the gates, welcome everybody to a brand new thing that we're starting exclusively for this YouTube channel. And we're going to have our podcast that comes out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But now on Fridays and Mondays, we are going to have YouTube exclusive only content. And then we also have, for those of you overachievers, our Patreon content where all of the members are titty babies and we have the documentary club. But today we are going to interview our executive producer of our show, Kiley, Kylie.
Hi. Can I actually try something
Yeah.
in this chair?
Yeah.
I just want to, 1, 2, 3.
See?
It's
Sounded
kinda hard.
great.
It's kind of hard.
It's harder than you think.
It is.
You nailed it.
Look how pretty Kylie is.
Kylie is so pretty, and we hear from a lot of our listeners they want more Kylie content. And I just want to tell everybody something I've had it with is spelling Kylie's name wrong.
I actually want to show the bracelet that a fan made us at a Hot Shit Tour, and it's my name, Kylie, Kylie.
But you're wearing it
And I've
anyway.
been wearing it ever since.
That's
Devoted.
That's what we call hashtag almost. So Kylie, this is going to be kind of a journalistic approach for Pumps and me. We both watch a lot of television and see a lot of interviews. So we're going to do our best to emulate that, right, Pumps?
Right. And I just have to point out how nervous Kylie is.
Not at all.
Yes, you are. I can tell.
I put on extra deodorant right before I came on.
You did?
Yeah, just in case.
You look cute. Oh, you have on your little shoes.
Yeah, I have on my little shoes. They didn't have my size for this round of tour, so I bought an 8.5. They've kind of expanded since I've worn them. so
Okay.
much.
Now they fit better. She's very self-conscious about it, so we make fun of her constantly about, oh, your feet look so little in those shoes.
Would you have noticed if I hadn't told you?
Never in a million years.
I think they look really small.
It looks like my dick's small.
All right. So Kylie, Josey, you have been with I've Had It podcast for a little less than 1 year, correct?
Yes.
We're at like 11 months.
Yeah, it'll be like January 20th or something.
And overall, what has your experience been like working with Jen and Pumps of I've Had It?
I've aged a little bit.
Okay.
I've got some tendinitis,
It's understandable.
Right.
sciatica. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Any emotional trauma?
No emotional trauma.
Okay.
All physical.
All physical trauma?
Emotionally, it's been great.
Okay.
I'm growing positively emotionally, getting older, and my body's hurting.
You don't think you've developed any sort of personality disorders being around such unhealthy people?
No, but if I need to start therapy, it'll probably be soon.
Yeah.
I've never tried.
Yeah.
I'm getting closer.
Kylie, I do have to say, though, your physical well-being, I mean, when we walk in New York, you can barely keep up. So it wasn't great to start.
No, it was not great to start. So the bar was low.
Yeah, Kylie doesn't get many steps, and I worry about this all the time. I took her through some stretching at the hotel in Houston that she could do to stretch. She just doesn't really care about fitness or stretching or water.
We were at the lobby of the Four Seasons. It's very fancy.
Yes.
And we're waiting for the concierge, and Jennifer just starts doing she does it always in public. She's squatting, doing whatever the fuck you're doing with your hamstrings. And she
Yes.
goes, Kylie, do it. And she starts making me do it, and Pumps walks by, and I go, Pumps, she's making me stretch. She goes, oh, just fucking ignore her.
I just think there's, just because you're standing there waiting on something doesn't mean you have to be idle. You can whip out a great stretch.
Something I've had it with is people stretching in public.
Really.
Yeah, add that to the list.
I'm going to do it right after this. I'm going to one of Roman's basketball games, and I think I'll do a stretch right in the middle of the
I
game.
think he would love that. Maybe you should go out on the court and warm up with him.
He will not look at me during his basketball games.
Do you make them stretch in public?
The boys, yeah. Well, like if they're sitting and their posture is down, I like pinch their backs and I'm like, sit up straight.
That's a very good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to work on that with the boys, but mainly just like, the main thing I work on with my children is having awareness,
Right.
trying to have awareness, since we talk to such great lengths about people that lack self-awareness. But Kylie, before you worked for us, before we found you, where did you work?
I worked at a marketing company in
Okay.
Oklahoma.
Okay.
We made commercials. I did a documentary.
Nice.
Different little things.
And did you like that line of work?
I liked the work. It was my first job out of college, and I was there for 5 years.
And what is the difference between that job and this job?
The main difference, I would say, is the lack of Donald Trump decor around the I've Had It podcast studios.
Right.
Right.
The owners of the company were very loud and proud Donald Trump fans.
Uh-huh.
In the boss's office, there was a portrait of George Washington, of Ronald Reagan, Donald Trump, 2 Donald Trump cutouts, 1 Donald Trump bobblehead, a button you could push of Donald Trump that would say a couple of his quotes.
No.
And then about a 900-foot American flag. And then to top it off, about 5 AR-15s.
Oh, there's a big difference.
Yeah, every morning I would go in. This was my favorite part. I actually enjoyed this. And I would make a cup of coffee and I would put it in a mug that said liberal tears. And I really missed that mug.
Liberal tears.
Liberal tears.
Yeah, so that's I don't know that I could do that. So kudos to you.
Right.
Your first job. This is what happens, kids, when your first job out of a university is in the Bible Belt. That type of stuff is ubiquitous.
It's much like your first boyfriend or girlfriend. Like, don't marry that person.
Right.
You know?
Does that mean we're married now?
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. So you are a lesbian
Correct.
and you have a girlfriend.
Correct.
And what's your girlfriend's name?
Anna Frost.
How
Or
long?
as Pumps likes to call her Anna.
I know, but I've been doing so much better.
Sorta.
I mean, I have like, it used to be every 10 times I said it, it would be 1 Anna, 9 Annas. But now I think I flipped it.
What you call her full name to you is Anna. Anna.
Anna. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the double. Anna.
How long have y'all been together?
Over 2 years.
How quickly did you move in with each other?
Not that quick in lesbian terms.
Okay.
I think we had been dating like a year or almost a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And we bring up Anna quite a bit on the podcast.
Yes.
And I understand that this has caused some friction at home. And would you please explain for our listeners how much I've Had It is living rent-free in your relationship?
First off, it's the first thing she hears in the morning. And
Okay.
it's the last thing she hears when she go to bed.
Right.
Lucky her.
But
Yeah.
when I speak about her,
On the pod.
there's not one thing I can say. I get home and she's like, why are you fucking lying about me on the podcast? She's like, I'm going to text Jen and Pumps and let them know you're a fucking liar.
And what are some of these alleged lies?
The main one is the famous couples photo shoot. When I said she had
Oh.
booked one.
Oh,
Yes.
Right.
And when we argued about it, I said, did you not yesterday from the other room yell, I told that photographer so-and-so we're down. She goes, that's not booking. I just said yes. I was like, okay. So I didn't
So
lie.
you overstated the
I-
process, where you were in the process of the photo shoot.
I'm just a huge fucking liar.
I want to dive into the couple's photo shoots.
Yes.
And so you were in a relationship with a woman prior to being in a relationship with Anna.
Correct.
And I believe you revealed on an episode that you all engaged in a lesbian photo shoot.
Yes.
And where did these images go? Whose idea was it? What did you think about it? Explain the psychology behind a couple's photo shoot for us, because I'm actually fascinated by it.
First off, I think we'd maybe not even been dating a year. So there's no need for a couples photo shoot.
Okay.
I think you know it wasn't my idea.
One thing we've learned, you
Yeah.
would never volunteer that.
Okay.
Nor did I want to, but I did.
You acquiesced.
I'm a great partner. We picked out outfits.
Oh.
One of my outfits, I had one of those like large rimmed hats that were really trendy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And we did a couple locations. We did in somebody's yard somewhere in some neighborhood.
Okay.
Then we went down to a cute little neighborhood and I'm posing. We're holding hands. And there's one where like my arm's literally around her and she's sitting between my legs. I mean, like,
The worst
went
pose
there.
of all.
what you hate is what I did.
Yeah.
Okay. And then once the photo shoot was done, you're waiting for the proofs, right? And then when you got the proofs, did y'all look at these together?
For sure.
And was there a lot of like,
Yay.
yeah.
Those are awesome.
Okay. And then after you received the finished product, were these posted on social media?
Yes. They were Instagrammed,
Why can't we find them? We've looked.
deleted, and then deleted the archive. on my end.
Oh,
They're
my
gone. I
God.
tried to find them.
Is there any way we could contact the ex-girlfriend? Is that
I would love that.
possible? We could have Seth, your new bitch, contact the ex-girlfriend to retrieve these photographs. Is that possible?
No. But we just spoke last week. I actually have an update.
Okay.
And I think we're going to do like a family Christmas card, which is going to be me, Anna, and our dog Judy.
Oh, that'll be cute.
And we'll post it, and that'll be our couple's photo and our Christmas card. 2 faux pas.
Is it going to
Okay.
be a hired photographer, like a photo session, or just like somebody with an iPhone?
I'm thinking I could just do a self-timer with a camera.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't really have to deal with that
Would
part.
this
See, I
be
like
in a
that.
studio or at the house?
It'll be at the house. I could do like a green screen situation.
And will the dog be wearing clothes?
The dog has Christmas clothes that she'll be wearing.
Okay.
And we'll be wearing Christmas clothes.
Okay.
So look out.
All right. I'm excited about that.
I'm excited for that.
Still want you and your ex. I see you and Anna all the time. Would give anything to have. What was the photographer's name that did those?
I'm not sure. I can't recall.
Okay. And then let's talk about you were born and raised in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Stillwater.
And for those of you that don't know, Stillwater is a town in Oklahoma that houses Oklahoma State University. Is it in like Western Oklahoma?
Oh, I don't know my Northeast.
It's like an agricultural school with a lot of like show cows and show pigs
We're the Cowboys.
and show ponies.
Right. They have a great veterinary department, business school. It's a good university. That's
And-
where you went.
It is.
They have a show ponies, as evidenced by who's sitting right next to us.
I'm the show pony.
She
Yes.
is the show pony out of Oklahoma State University. So you grew up in kind of a conservative Bible Belt environment, would you say?
For sure.
Okay. And did you ever fall prey to, Jesus camps, purity culture, saving yourself to marriage, that whole thing, that whole mindset that people that live on the coast might not understand, like still permeates through the Bible Belt like anything?
As like a kid growing up, that's what was cool. So like all your friends would go to certain church camps and certain churches, and you'd want to go to those and those youth groups. And
Yeah.
I remember my friends all had purity rings,
Yeah.
and they were so cool, and they were all like, I just wanted to be like them.
Right.
And so I personally remember searching the World Wide Web and picking out a purity ring, and it was the one that has like the heart with the hands, like the Irish thing.
I remember
I
it.
don't know why.
Yep.
And I sent it to my parents. I was like, "This is what I want for Christmas.
How
This is
old?
who I am."
How old were you?
I think I was like junior high, so maybe like 12, 13.
12, 13. So you're consumed with keeping your virginity.
Yes,
Okay.
And your parents must have been so proud.
I'm sure they were so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Kylie's not getting laid in junior high.
Nope.
yeah.
Did you ever do any tongue talking?
Is that making out?
No. at
tongue
Jesus
talking.
camp.
No,
No.
but it was
Okay, let me
very-
ask you this. Did you do the hands in the
Yes.
air? Yeah.
They would play like a rock song, and you would look. I'd be like, and everyone else was really feeling it, so you'd have to feel it too,
Right.
Because you don't want to look like a loser.
Right.
In your purity ring, you just lifted it up high.
Yeah, like shined in the.
Where is
lasers.
that ring?
I lost it.
It's not the only thing you lost.
So you lost the ring and your virginity.
I plead the fifth on the second question. My mom's a big fan of this show.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I think your mother
I
knows
think you know.
that you're probably,
Not worthy of the purity ring.
Yeah, not worthy of the purity ring anymore.
yeah, I would feel if my child was 28 years old
Yeah.
and a virgin, I think I'd feel like an abject failure as a parent.
I think something was wrong. I mean, there's just something about
I don't
that
care.
would be weird.
I think I would think I have really done something wrong here that my child is so repressed sexually. You don't want to think about your children having sex, but I want them to have a normal
Right.
sex
You want them
life.
to be normal.
I wouldn't want them to be a 28-year-old virgin.
No.
I found out someone we know, she's like 30, and I found out they were a virgin. And no shit, like I don't see them the same. I feel uncomfortable around them.
It's bizarre.
It's like, why?
I
What
had
happened?
I had a fitness trainer once, and she was super cool. I still know her. We follow each other on Instagram, but her big thing was she was going to be a virgin till married, and she was engaged, and she was talking about how hard it was to not lose her virginity. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they are doing everything except for sticking the penis in the vagina. All of that other work is a lot more work than actual intercourse. I would even argue a lot of it is a lot more awkward, nastier, and intimate.
Intimate,
It's
yeah.
way kinkier.
Way kinkier than the actual penis in the vagina. So I've always been fascinated by this whole idea of purity culture. And I think you've seen it in the Mormons. I've gone down deep dives with the Mormons, and they go, I mean, they find so many loopholes, so to speak.
Poop hole loopholes is what we call it.
Loopholes. Herpes in the armpit, all that.
Do you remember what that one Mormon nurse told us at our meet and greet?
Yes.
Yes.
That she had a bunch of patients come in and they had STDs in their armpits because the guys were fucking armpits instead of vaginas.
Yeah. And also the sneezing. He cried rape after the sneeze.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Tell the story, Pumps.
Okay, so this lady was an ER nurse, and she had a patient come in, and he said he'd been raped. And so she asked him what happened, and they were soaking, which is just you put it in, but you don't move.
Docket.
Dock it.
Dock it, don't rock it.
Dock it, don't rock it. And the girl sneezed, and he had an orgasm, and then he wanted to make a police report for rape. And we were all just like, what?
What a pussy.
What an unbelievable fuck up that is.
But also, in his defense, I feel really badly for him
That he didn't know
because
better.
he's genetically hardwired to want to fuck. And in your teenage years, you're flooded with hormones. And to be told the one thing that your body wants you to do is immoral and a sin, and you're going to consciously burn in hell forever. I think it's abuse. I think that these kids are abused into thinking what is normal for their bodies is somehow wrong. And we all live in this, Bible Belt culture, and it's still, I mean, I'm not around people that think that, but you are some.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm just shocked. And then they shame their kids if they make out. Pumps had these friends, and there was like some kids, like high school kids, juniors, that were making out, and they just completely shamed the teenagers. And it's like, it's such a normal,
It's so normal.
activity for them. And they just get shamed for being human beings.
That's why you get people doing really weird shit.
That's
right.
why you
fucking
get
armpits.
Yeah.
and calling 911 and going to the hospital because you had an orgasm because your dick was voluntarily in a vagina.
He got a rape kit.
Oh, that's right. He did. He asked for a rape kit. What a freak.
All right, Kylie, what are your habits with working for I've Had It podcast?
I actually have one that's just been really getting at me.
Okay,
Okay.
let's hear it.
It's the people that follow us on social media.
Yes.
And let's say we go to Toronto on the hot shit tour.
Correct.
We then get home. The next day, we get flooded with comments from really stupid people who we love saying, please come to Toronto. And it takes everything in me not to grab my thumbs and be like, are you fucking stupid? We were just there.
Yeah.
With like a heart. Because there's no nice way to say it.
With a passive aggressive heart at the
We were
end.
just there. Pay attention.
I've seen that a lot. And I actually get DMs where people are like, please come to Chicago. I was like, been there, done that.
Just
I
was there.
responded that. Been there, done that. Yeah, I know. And then it's like another thing is I saw yesterday or the day before you posted this Instagram reel with receipts of us trying to do the man on the street interviews.
Yeah.
And somebody watches only the first sentence and then they go immediately to the comment section and said, I wish you had the footage of them doing man on the street. And had they just had a little bit of impulse control and waited 5 seconds, they would have seen that you put those receipts of our abject failure of an attempt to be man on the street interviewers, which we were horrible at.
Luckily, I don't have to respond. Most of the time, a listener will come in, like on that exact comment you're talking about. Someone commented and said, sis, did you not watch the video? Thank you. Same thing with guests. They'll say, you should have Trixie Mattel on. You should have Ginger Minge on. It's like, pay attention.
Right. We already
Watch
did.
the pod.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
Anything that you've had it with Pumps and me.
Not something I've had it with, but I do have a great story from tour.
Okay.
It's just my favorite thing that's happened.
Okay.
So we were in Phoenix, Arizona. And so I go early and I get everything set up and then the girls come. So I talk to like the tech guy, the sound guy. So it's right before showtime and we always have a drag opener they show up, and so this one's running around. I haven't seen her in a while. The sound guy comes back, knocks on the door to the green room, and he grabs me and he says, "Are you guys ready?" And I said, "Yeah, we're ready, but we need the drag queen." So then he cracks the door open just a little bit more, turns his head to Pumps, and goes, "Are you ready?"
Thought I was the drag queen. Yeah.
I instantly shoved him out of there. So
No,
she's not the drag queen.
You got so defensive about it, which was even funnier because I was like, I don't care. But I mean, you were in the bathroom and you came out and I go like, they think I'm the drag queen. And Kylie was like in a flop sweat. She pushed the guy out the door. She was not happy about it.
Him.
It was hilarious.
Only Jennifer can tease Pumps. That's what I like to think.
Yeah.
No one else.
No, that guy cannot. He cannot tease Pumps. But what everybody has to know about Pumps is I think it's almost impossible to hurt her feelings.
Right.
I mean, it would have to be something
really bad.
Massive.
A good example is that we've been telling that story at live shows since.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she laughs
I thought it was hilarious at the time.
every single time.
I was kind of sad you were in the bathroom and missed it.
You would have loved it.
Kylie's reaction was the best though.
Yeah, I just instantly said, "Get the fuck out
Kylie
of
gets
here."
so nervous before live shows.
I do, and I'm the one that talks the least.
Yeah, but you always get so nervous. Like you kind of were today. Like you're super laid back. Like your affect is just total chill. But
I start like jumping around backstage, just like in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do get very nervous. You guys are not nervous at all.
No, we're professionals.
You are.
That might be an overstatement.
We're professionals. We're pros.
You are.
Pumps obviously was born to do this. So she, I mean,
She's a fucking
Obviously.
star.
heart rate is just like this the entire time.
Yeah.
Well, Kylie, you now have graduated to the point with I've Had It podcast where you have your very own bitch that we hired for you named Seth.
Yep.
I do.
And we're going to interview Seth soon and get him in the hot seat because I really want to haze the fuck out of Seth because on his first day, his car battery was dead. And how many minutes late was he to his new job?
About 15 minutes late.
I think that's about, I mean, how many, would you say 15 months of hazing?
That's what I was going to say. That's a pretty good
I was gonna say
ratio.
15 days no pay. People have started DMing me, congratulating me on my bitch.
And
I
you
love
worked
that.
with Seth before.
I did at the MAGA marketing company.
Yes. And so you're rather progressive.
Yes.
And Seth is borderline communist.
yeah.
So, I mean, kudos to you all for pushing through an enemy territory.
Right.
Because I don't think I have that in me.
There was not one person that worked there that was MAGA. It was just all of us young kids keeping it afloat.
Well, y'all were young and doing all the
That's
video
what you do
stuff
when
'cause
you're young.
That's
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah.
I was going to say, when you were young, you would have done it because you would have had no choice.
Totally. You take whatever job you can
That's
get
right.
and you roll with it. And they were good to you. They were good bosses
They were.
and you learned a lot. And
I
it was a launching pad that brought you here.
It led me here
I
today.
mean, to
It led
this
you.
power job.
I've just made it. I'm going to retire after this.
Absolutely. Well, we thought it would be fun to put you in the hot seat
I like it.
and introduce
Do
you.
you?
Yeah, that's Pumps' throne.
I know. The headphones feel ridiculous.
Yeah, I hate
They
them.
do feel ridiculous.
I hate the headphones. But we thought it would be fun to put you in the hot seat and to launch our YouTube Fridays and Mondays. We're going to do little tidbits, little mini interviews, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Can I ask how did I do?
You did great.
You did great.
If you had to rate it.
I would give it 8.5.
I would say
Pumps.
9.
Thank you.
Kylie's effervescent. I hope they get that.
Oh,
No, they love you. Everybody
You're
loves
so
you.
great. Everybody at the
Everybody-
live shows
I
is
just-
way excited to see
I just
her.
know the next time we have you in the hot seat, I know it's going to be a 10 because this was like popping your cherry, so to speak,
losing my purity ring.
losing your purity ring. And we spend so much time with you. You're so dry and your
Yeah.
delivery is so dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May I do the honors?
Yes.
Yes.
Follow us on social media. Send us a voice memo to our Instagram. Follow us on Patreon because these two stars do a documentary club.
And bonus content.
Bonus content as well. And if I'm not forgetting anything, Pumps tell them.
We will see you next Tuesday or Thursday or both. Yay, Kyle!
Nailed it.